Hey Archery Talk, this is Lucas, and today I've got my long-term review of the Elite Ethos. This bow has an axle-to-axle length of 33 inches, a very generous 6 3/4 inch brace height, and a rated speed of 340 feet per second. A lot of that speed is going to come from the SP cams with the V3 mods we saw last year on the Omnia. This is a faster cam than we've traditionally seen with Elite. Although this year, versus the Omnia, we've got that more generous brace height, which makes this probably an easier and more comfortable bow to shoot day in and day out. It's also outfitted with the Versa mods, and those allow you to make micro adjustments to your let-off. So the let-off here ranges from about 70 to about 90%, and it is really kind of a limitless difference in between there. There's no individual notches, so you can make the smallest increment changes you want to get the feel, the holding weight, the amount of valley that you're looking for out of your bow. Elite is also carrying over its double cage riser. There's one on the top and one on the bottom, as you can see here, and it actually looks really nice in this midnight copper color. When I first saw this bow get released by Elite and I saw this new colorway, I absolutely wanted to get one of these in my hand, and I was thrilled when Elite sent this one to me. It is a stunner in person. We've also got a stubby stabilizer up here to help further reduce vibration and offer the tiny bit of stabilization. You can adjust the weight on here, or you can take this out and add a longer stabilizer if that's what you like. No modern Elite bow would be complete without their SET technology, and that stands for Simplified Exact Tuning, and that is exactly what it does. So with this bow, you can kind of change how the limbs are kind of canted, and that also that in turn change how the cams are canted for you just slightly, and that will let you fix your left to right arrow kind of tears if you're going shooting through paper. And there's even a little handy note here to tell you which way to turn it. If you've got a left tear, you're going to make your turn this way. It makes tuning a bow as easy as it can be. Let's talk shooting, and that really is the most important part of any bow review. And I really like this bow, how it shoots versus the Omnia last year. The Omnia, it was designed as a speed bow, which is never my favorite thing, but with the extra brace height on this bow, it does make the draw a much nicer process for me. There's just the tiniest whisper of a hump into the valley, but nothing obnoxious. And once you get to that wall, to full draw, you really control how this bow feels on your own. Because of those Versa mods, you can make those changes in your let-off. I tried this bow at 70 and 75%. It was far too aggressive for my liking. Your mileage is going to vary, but in around that 80-85% really is how this bow shot best for me. Once you get to full draw, you are met with a very stable platform, and that is due to a couple of different things. First of all, you've got that 33-inch axle-to-axle length, which is lends itself to some stability. And next, you've got a grip that really works for me. It is a flat grip. It narrows a little bit towards the throat, so it fits my hand perfectly. But I find this to be a very confidence-inspiring platform for me. And so when I'm shooting this bow at long distances, which again, for a longer bow, it does very well, at least with my skill set, it really lends itself to confidence and would be a great 3D bow, I think. So, if you want to shoot fat arrows instead of your skinny hunting arrows, this bow's got plenty of speed for you to get to whatever speed you need to get to for 3D, and I think this would be kind of a killer all-around do-everything bow for you. To test for speed, I set this bow up with 30 inches of draw length and 70 pounds of draw weight, and I shot a 350 grain arrow, an average of 325 feet per second, and I shot a heavier 455 grain arrow, an average of 290 feet per second. Those numbers are kind of perfect for me. If you've got a shorter draw length and are looking for a little bit more speed, there's going to be better options, including from Elite. The Omnia might even be a better option for you. But for me personally, this bow fits my numbers pretty much exactly what I'm looking for. When it comes to fit and finish, the Elite Ethos absolutely stands out. As I mentioned, I absolutely love the look of this riser. It is flawless. After several months of shooting this thing, there is not a noticeable ding or scratch anywhere on it. The strings are holding up perfectly. There is no fuzz, there's no loose threads. Overall, I couldn't be happier with the kind of fit and finish, which is what I've come to expect from Elite over the years. As for price, the Ethos comes in at $1,300, which is really pretty much down the middle as far as flagship level aluminum hunting bows go. Yes, it is a lot more expensive than it was 4 or 5 years ago when you can get these same flagship level bows for $900 to $1,000, but everything else is more expensive and the archer industry had to follow suit. The bottom line is, if you are looking for a very stable, great looking bow, head to your local Elite dealer, check out the Ethos for yourself.